Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a 2016 50-piece limited series from IWC. It is the IWC Portugieser Annual Calendar, edition Tribeca Film Festival 2016. 50 pieces in stainless steel. It has a combination of Portugieser case and annual calendar complication with a dial in Bordeaux red, a tribute to the red carpet scene of the film industry, and the gray symbolizing the New York City host locale for the Tribeca Film Festival. Now, the timepiece on my wrist is big, as Portugiesers tend to be, and if you're wondering why it's sometimes called the Portuguese and other times the Portugieser, IWC has alternated between using the nomenclature for English language markets, Portuguese, and the native German of Schaffhausen, the home of the manufacturer where this watch has always been the Portugieser. Since 2015, it has officially been the Portugieser, so we will use that nomenclature in the video. But in any language, the watch is fairly easy to wear for a 44.2 millimeter round timepiece. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see the size of the watch, lug-to-lug, 52.4 millimeters, fairly easy to accommodate. I would say down to a wrist as small as about 15 centimeters circumference, maybe 14 and a half even if your wrist is more flat than round. You should be able to pull it off. It's 15 millimeters thick, so it'll slip underneath a dress cuff, just not a tight shirt sleeve. The stance between the lugs, or the spacing I should say, giving the watch its wrist footing, is 22 millimeters, so it has a modern look on the wrist. A medium rectangular scale, semi-gloss black, bolstered alligator leather strap has been used, monotone stitch, folded edge, and you can see on the underside calf skin, with a full steel clasp, blasted internally with polished highlights externally, and a combination of satin and polished facets topside on the buckle. Jump back to the case and you can see that IWC has always been smart about how it finishes its cases, with a vertical satin between the lugs so that the motion of the strap, if it does come in contact with the case, won't create a wear pattern that's out of sync with the finish of the case. However, you can see horizontal striations that run lug to lug, and that longitudinal satin finish contrasts with a few polished highlights, including the concave bezel, the polished lug hoods, as well as the case back where it joins the mid case. The timepiece has a dramatically cambered sapphire, and it is a cambered sapphire that gives it a little bit of a vintage air, and every Portuguese is a bit of a tribute to the original 1935 reference 325, the first Portugieser, but this one is a tribute to a specific place and event, and you can see that on the dial side, where the metallic, or in IWC speak, ardoise sunburst dial recalls the gray skyline of New York, particularly Manhattan, and the metallic red, or as they call it in the copy for this watch, Bordeaux red, designed to evoke images of red carpet galas. They're actually effectively used and they work well in concert. You can see the watch is nicely balanced with the apertures for the annual calendar at 12 o'clock. You have the month, you have the date, you have the day. It needs adjustment only once per year on the first day of March, and the timepiece features a small seconds with railroad track, minutes outboard traced by a leaf style or foy style hand with applique indices and applique Arabic numerals, and there is a railroad track, a smaller railroad track, and then another sector track at 3 o'clock for the power reserve, which spans 7 days. In truth, it'll run a little bit longer than that, but that is the chronometric power reserve. Now, a few features to note. You pull the crown out, you do stop the balance. The watch has hacking seconds. There's also a double quickset function, so for that annual calendar, you can rapidly cycle through the days of the week and the months of the year by adjusting in opposite directions. And you can see that the date drives the month. It's that simple. 30 meters water resistant, all of it powered by IWC manufacturer caliber 52850. Automatic winding, 36 joules, just in a chronometer like 5 positions. You can see that this one is customized with the Tribeca Film Festival in a yellow gold medallion form on the skeletonized rotor. This is the latest generation of IWC's 50,000 series movement, and so you can see twin mainspring barrels for a more even torque release from maximum wind to minimum wind, finally solving the long-time weakness of these calibers, which was that they tended to run very fast when fully charged and very slowly when close to discharge. Overcoil hairspring on a free-sprung balance, the two features allowing the watch to take its precise 5-position adjustment, hold that adjustment in the face of bumps, disruptions, and concussion on the wrist, and the overcoil giving the watch a very even concentric beating of its hairspring in any orientation with respect to gravity. Of course, it is a 28/8 beat rate, another one of the upgrades from the original 50,000 series movements, going from the 5,000's 18,000 beat to the 50,000 series 21/6, finally 28/8, and upgrades to the Peloton winding system. Still pawl-based, still tough, still bidirectional, but now fully ceramic and unlubricated. It solves the age-old problem of the Peloton winding system creating loose dirt on the movement. You'll also note a number of handsome finishing measures, including an engine-turned perlage, satin graining across certain surfaces, circular Côte de Genève, skeletonization of bridges and rotor, as well as black polishing of screw heads, nicely executed, and still one of the world's absolute largest automatic winding calibers. You can see and you can make this individually numbered 50-piece limited edition from IWC yours on the watch box.